Hey, Umuchi na kele, abrala. Hey, agree the money here. Ahamadike, Biafra. Ahamadike, Biafra. Ahamadike, Biafra. Biafra kwenu. Hey, I don't talk before. When I know why here. When I come block on here, say I know why here. No problem. When the war start, we go know who be who. Biafrans. How many times did I call you? You don't want to listen. I say boycott every churches that is against freedom. Boycott every food from the Fulani herdsmen. Boycott every onions from the Boko Haram. Boycott anything that come from the north. When we say that no one more could go, they don't want to leave us more go. But they want to carry their food to poison us. Go punish them. I start going to boycott anything will go bring death. And timely death for Ipob land, Biafran land. Boycott all their food. Not eat their food. I don't talk about boycott Dangote product. Anything we bring. Now lie. You want to kill you. You want to put you under subjection. No listen to them. No buy their food. No buy their cement. No buy their chicken. No buy their anything. I tell you, if you try them, God don't punish you. Now that they hungry you. Now that they hungry you. Let's not forget. Make I ask now one question. Jumama and Emeka. Make I answer me this question very carefully. Land did not finish for Sabah. Land did not finish for Wede. Land did not finish for Anambra. Land did not there Port Harcourt. Land in order, why when they deceive themselves, saying only Yoruba land and Hausa land when I go build in the whole match when I go get in the whole world. Now, crazy the world now. When are they crazy? May God forgive you now. Make them come back home. I don't talk about. I say boycott every food from Hausa. Boycott their kuli, boycott their suya, boycott their sugar cane. You don't block your ear, say no one here. One day, I tell you, one day, very, very soon, they could roast human being like a suya, give you for me to go chop up from Hausa, go this and I limit. I don't talk about. No one listen. Take time. Biafrans. Boycott anything that has to do with the Hausa Fulani herdsmen, Boko Haram, all their products. Now lie. I said I lie, yo. They want to take and kill you. They want to take your land, invade your house and sleep with your women. They're dangerous. So anything that has to do with them. Remember, Boko, when I say Boko, you say haram. When I say Boko, you say haram. When I say Boko, you say haram. Fulani herdsmen. Fulani herdsmen. They are bet of self-feather, so all of them be the same thing. Now, brothers and sisters, though, they know they look back for a kilo, they chop human being like suya. That's how I did not tell you. Any Igbo man, any Biafran man, where you get investment for North, for Kanu, for Sokoto, for Meduguri, Taraba, anywhere where you get investment. Sell and come back home, die no day. They won't kill you. Boycott anything that has to do with Hausa. They are dangerous. No, sir, I do not tell you. They say they be get a man, no take them more. They say they do pedicure, they do manicure. They want clean your leg, they want clean your house. No grill, they want kill you. They go chop you. Not only that one, including their food and their product and anything that has to do with them. Anything where one consign them, not them. Not only that one, if you not say they for Lagos, if they go to the Yoruba church, if they waste your time, carry your time, they pay, they throw your money up and down. Sell the whole property where you go there. Go back home. They don't want you. They don't want you. You know one listen. The people where they bring on this message in a Biafran referendum media group worldwide under the leadership of Mazen and the Kane Ohamadi Biafra one of Biafran land. Thank you, Kemesia.
Holy, Mr. Producer.
Ipob. One way only. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. It's not by force to be together. It's not by force to be together. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. It's not by force to be together. Naturally, Biafra go. Let my people go. Naturally, Biafra go. Naturally, my people go. Naturally, my people go. Let my people go. Wake up this morning, I look in the sky. All I see is rising sun. chukwu choloma. Obodo chukwu na n'olu ahụ. The land of the rising sun. Yeah. Let my people go. Yeah. Let my people go. Ekele na the kalo. For making us to know what freedom is all about. Yeah. Ekele na the kalo. For making us to know what freedom is all about. What freedom is all about. Yeah. Ekele na the kalo. Making us to know what freedom is all about. Blessing at all who make a leggy. Opakise muchisike. Onyama Biafran dinemo. We are not fighting for war but freedom. All we need is freedom. And the kalo who make a leggy. Onyama debo who make a leggy. Olu ne kuri bolu make a leggy. Olu make a leggy. Olu make a leggy. Okwagi mere ya wenye nundijwe aye mani kebe ya anyị nọkwagi n'aka ọha ndị bụ niile ka anyị nwere ofu bi ka anyị chụ na-ewoji mmechi dị n'ọha. All we need is freedom. 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 It's not by force to be together. We are not fighting for war. We are fighting for freedom. Let my people go. Let my people go. Let my people go. I feel you one family. Let my people go. We live together as one. Let my people go. We can never be banished. Let my people go. No matter what the devil may do. Let my people go. We keep on going higher. Let my people go. We are one love. Let my people go. Let my people go. Nande kalo. Let my people go. Eji mohira wase. Let my people go. Obasi bi edike bagu. Let my people go. Ebo poleno. Let my people go. Asenga to lojo. Let my people go. Oye neche bise no kiso. Let my people go. Whether devil like it or not. Let my people go. Biafran must come. Let my people go. We must be free. Let my people go. Credible you see. Credible you see. Guess me. Anyway. Akwa ngora ngwa na Biafran ya ga guess him no wasi. Guess you na make it one day. Guess you can me. We are going higher. Incredible you see wabia.
Our Father who art in heaven, nanying kebine ligwe, ka hagedin song, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee all over this very planet that you created. They are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained. That this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, We will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said.
Yes, good morning, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscientious people wherever you are all over the world. Once again, this is Radio Biafra Extra. We are streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Mazi Uche Ukafo-Mefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He is the man who have assured us that he will not allow us, the heart of this project, to see corruption. Of course, he's standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader, Mazen Nandi Kano. Mazen Nandi Kano, the supreme leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. He is from Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State, and Abia State is Biafra land. Is the man who the grace of God upon his life have made him to move forward to speak for the collective interest of the Biafran people for over 6 decades, for nobody can stand up to do that. He remains the only man that commands the loyalty of the Biafran people. And by the grace of Chukwu Kikabiama, I remain George Onyibe. I am from Abo, and Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. It is a privilege, I must tell you, that I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as the African rep and the Nigerian interim national coordinator, at least till this moment. I will not proceed until I acknowledge the Almighty Creator himself, Chukwu Kikabiama, who I will ask this morning to move forth and bless all men and women across the globe who are working for the restoration of Biafra, that he may be well with all of them. Those who are sincerely working hard to see that Biafra is restored, this morning I say it shall be well with you. Anyina jage mao, nihina imara mao, ihunanya inage ubiomage, ujuru anyanya dadio, imakwaningwe gimbangu, odi onye dekage, ebu alpha na omega, anyị niile na-asị na edemao. Yes, without wasting out much of our time this morning, we will go straight to our topic this morning, which is simple: the Biafran heroes. Today is the 6th day of the month of May, the year of Chukwu Kikabiama 2019. And I want to ensure that from now till the 30th of May, we will not talk about anything aside. I personally will not see anything aside the hero and the heroines Remembrance Day. And so today we will start with a topic known as the Biafran heroes and heroines. And our topic this morning is simply introduction. This is a series I intend to run as far as it can go, because there is so much for us to study. There is so much for us to do. There is so much at stake. But we will not keep quiet and watch God come down from heaven and do what we ought to do, what we're supposed to do. For God will not do for man what man should do for themselves. Like I said, today, while we are considering Biafran hero and heroines, our topic today is simple: introduction. Introduction. We say we are celebrating Heroes Day, 30th of May. I think as a Biafran, And the entire global community have the right to know what we are saying. Why are we celebrating Heroes Day? Who are the heroes? Like I said, this is the introduction. The purpose of celebrating Heroes Day on 30th of May, it's simple. What Biafrans are going through today as a people, it's not something new. No wonder the Bible says that there is nothing new under the earth. The Indians has been there in the hand of British government. The Americans have been there in the hand of British government. The Chinese have been there in the hand of the Europeans. You can go on and mention. You see people have been there, even more subjugated and emasculated than we have ever been. But the difference between we and them is that nobody has spoken up about us. And that is where you begin to see the conspiracy. But what we are going through is not new. And now I could go back and tell you the story of the Spartans. They will always tell you about King Leonardo of Sparta, who with his 300 men choose to lay down their life for the freedom of their people. But he made one request. King Leonardo said to the people of Sparta, I do not ask for gold and silver. I wish not for the throne, for I am the king of Sparta already. But I ask for one thing. Remember me. Remember me. Remember me. And as a child, I was told that the Europeans, the white man, the world power, they don't fight for money. They do not fight for bank account. They fight for their name. That is why if you go and look at the richest man on earth today, I think it should be Bill Gates. I think he's putting on pound sander of 3,005 according to Nigerian currency. But go and look at the Nigerian senator. I can assure you that they are putting on pound sander of almost 100 million naira. And so the difference between the black man and the white man is that the black man want you to remember them by their bank account. And so when they are dead, they say, oh, he have estate here, he have estate in Jamaica, he have estate in America, he have estate in all the countries of the world. But there is no name. Because they will disappear, they will fizzle out. But I tell you that even Bill Gates wear slippers and come to Nigeria. Do you know that the Pope of the Catholic Church enter private jet? But almost all your men of God in Nigeria, all of them have private jets. And then you begin to wonder, they live for their bank account. They do not live for their name. And I was told, and the Bible say, for good name are better than riches. People have died in order for me to be alive. People have sacrificed so much and they are no more. And somewhere along the line, they are going to ask a question. They are going to ask question. We did this for you. What did you do for me? What did you do for me? I have visited Biafrans in different conditions. Some incarcerated, some in the hospital, some their bereaved relatives. But for those who are still alive, the first thing they say to you before they even respond to you is, I hope the struggle is still going on. And others will say, please bury me with Biafran flag. Because they have hope against hope. Because they believe that Biafran will be restored. And the best we can offer them at this moment is to make sure that they are remembered. That they are remembered. So our heroes and heroines, you must understand, are the people who died that you and I should be alive. People put their life on the line. I'm very happy that this year IPOB leadership have been able to elaborate more on what do they represent. We are not just looking at those who died between the generation of Biafrans between 1967 and 1970. No. Our people died in 1945. Our people died in 1920. Our people died during the exploration era. Our people died during the invasion era. And our people die even as we speak. All of them will be remembered without apology. Without reservation, all of them will be remembered. Why? Because irrespective of the dispensation they found themselves, they all fought, they all bled, they all died, all because of the name of Biafra. And of course, there are many victims like the Biafran people in Nigeria. Go to Satan Kaduna, go to the Hausa people, go to Yoruba. They may not admit it at this moment, but all of us are being victim of the same circumstance. But it will be left for them to join us and remember those who died to protect, to preserve the Ududuwa nation. It will be left for them to stand up as a Gwari man, as a Nupe man, and say, I will join IPOB on 30th of May to remember those who are murdered by Fulani Herdsmen, Miati Allah, and Boko Haram. Not because you are a Biafran, because you have not awakened or risen to your responsibility. We choose 30th of May. There is a reason and a purpose for that. As this series goes on, you will be properly enlightened and indoctrinated so that you know that everything we have worked out, we came out, we say we are going to do in IPOB. There is no shadow of turning back within us, and we are not going to relent. Our people must understand. The purpose we celebrate our heroes and heroines is that if we fail to remember them, nobody will remember us. And nobody will lay down their life, offer the ultimate sacrifice of laying down their life that our people may be restored. You can say anything you like about China religious implication and frontier, but go to China, go to Japan, go to this Korean nation. They have a religion known as ancestral worship. They have a whole hall of affirm that makes them to remember King Liu Chonghui, King this, King this. They never forget them. Of course, the Anglican, I mean the Catholics understand this. Rome understand this. Pope understand this. They always remember Saint Paul, Saint Peter, Saint Barnabas, Saint Teresa, Saint this one, Saint. They remember all of them. But how pathetic it is that they don't want us to remember. Some of them don't want us to remember our foreign hero. Very soon, February, you do Valentine Day, Saint Valentine. You will do Saint Napoleon, Saint Theresa May. Very soon, maybe you will do Saint Lord Lugard. But they don't want us to remember our hero. Do you know the more you remember those who laid their life in order to preserve, to make sure you live, the more you celebrate them, the more many people are willing to lay their life? I listened to our leader broadcast and it shook my mind. He said, look at if they have killed me when Nigerian Boko Haram army invaded Afari Beku. Most of you would have said, well, now the Kanu is dead. Let us move ahead. Let us move ahead. You know, we got to, how do they say it in America? We got to get used to it. I hope I'm correct. Many people would have forgotten him. He would have been dead by now. And we move ahead sheepishly, hopelessly, believing one day one man who don't reason will come out and say, okay, now I want to be. No. If we do not remember that common man that died because of Biafra, if we lack the capacity to remember that ordinary boy and girl who are unemployed because of Biafra, who are victims of circumstance because of Biafra, and I tell you, there will be no more hero speaking for us. The origin of the Heroes and Heroines Remembrance Day. Nothing ever of that like has happened to us as a people. All I know is one day ahead of IPOB, a few months later, they came and said we must remember them. Sacrifice was made to remember them. And ever since then, I look at the symbol, the logo, the people who want to remember our fallen heroes. This is IPOB. This is IPOB. And for the first time I knew, I understand and I believe that those who have died for Biafra, now their death will not be in vain. Because the Nigerian government, I must tell you, do not want you to remember them. They do not want you to remember them. Why will you remember them? Those who stand as threat to them, even when they know that they are innocent, even when they know that it's within the preamble of law for them to rise up and stand for their self-determination. And now these are some of the things you do not know. They are not resting in peace. They are hallowing and gallivanting and moving around all over Nigeria. Those who died because of the name Biafra will never go to bed. They will never go to sleep until Nigeria is totally and completely obliterated from the face of the planet Earth. Make no mistake about it. We say we are remembering our heroes and heroines. It's not just the generation of 1967 and 1970. It goes way, way back beyond that. What should I say? How can I draw your mind back home? At the climax of the war in 1970, General Chukwuemeka, or the People's General Dim Chukwuemeka Odimegwu, was advised to leave Biafra land so that there could be the opportunity of me and you being alive. It was a difficult situation, a difficult task, but he loved us dearly. For he embarked on this journey because of me and you in the first place. And he was willing to ensure that we be alive today. He handed over the power and government and leadership of Biafran nation into the hand of General Philip F. Young. General Philip F. Young stood the ground. But he said to Ojukwu, no matter what happened to me, protect my family. I'm happy and I'm glad to let you know this morning that Ojukwu kept his word. General Philip F. Young children may be listening to the Radio Biafra as I talk to you, and they know of the truth. Ojukwu did not let them down. And then the genocidal war ended. And when it ended, the first thing Nigerian state did was to introduce the day known as Armed Forces Remembrance Day. Till tomorrow, you celebrate Armed Forces Remembrance Day. And then if you are Biafra celebrating the Armed Forces Remembrance Day, you are simply celebrating those who murdered your father, your mother, your brothers, your sisters, raped the women, adopted the ones they will adopt, assassinated, and so on. That is exactly what you are doing. Nigerians remember the terrorists who killed our people. Nigerians celebrate those who built cities on the blood of our people. But not even a stone, a monument was raised up in honor of those who fought to defend the Biafran nation. We can go down the memory lane and you will see that every man and woman who have died in one instance or the other in Nigeria, all of them have been remembered. But not even a pile of stone was set up to remember the heroes and the heroine that fought and died for us. But what is the reason? Why wouldn't they remember them? Because they know that remembering the heroes and heroines of Biafra will expose those you are looking as holy. Angel. You know, some people say, let the word power talk. Who are the word power? Over 200 or plus, 200 plus rocket bomb was unleashed in Israel. But why are they attacking Israel? But that is not the topic of the day. Let me not go there. Nothing whatsoever was done, but a lot of these heroes and heroines still alive. Most of them have compromised. They go to Nigeria and collect stipends. But I know for the genuine ones, Nigeria don't care for them. Nigeria don't want them to be remembered. Nigeria want their name to be obliterated. And if we allow that happen, God will not send us warriors who will fight on our behalf. God will not do that. And then this does not cost us anything to remember them. It really does not cost us. It's not capital intensive. And so why won't we remember them? If Nigeria will remember those who killed our mother and our father, and fail to remember our mother and father who fought to defend us, why won't we remember them? We must remember them. We must remember all of them. From the invasion of the continent of Africa, to the exploration era, to the Abahume riot, to the massacre of 1945, down to 1967, and that of the massacre of Ipob, we must remember them. And I must appreciate Almighty Creator, who have led Ipob leadership in the person of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to step forward in a time like this and say, we must remember our fallen heroes. But Nigerians don't want them to be remembered because they believe that remembering them is going to open a lot of wound. But I think it is better. Everybody must know the truth. I think it is better. This is one of the reasons IPOB is here. There will be no secret hidden anywhere. The truth must be exposed. The people must know the truth. And eventually, they will be set free from the claws of slavery, from the claws of foolishness, from the claws of deception. And then maybe the light of the Almighty Creator will once again shine in our life. Make no mistake about it. If we do not remember them, nobody will remember us. And remembering them does not cost anything. We simply say, Biafran, sit at home. Why did you say sit at home? Because if we march on the street, they will kill us. Those who would have risen up to speak in our defense will even justify their killing us. But it is our right to protest. It is our right to self-determination. It is our right to register our displeasure of what this current government is doing in the form of protest and so on. And so when we fail to do what we are doing, or rather when we begin to do what we are doing, they begin to attack us. They want to kill us. We simply say sit at home. Because when we come out, they say you are disturbing the peace of the community. We now say sit at home. And what did they do? Now, what did they do? Sit at home. What did they do? Now, most governors in the southeast, Ohaneze Ndibu, are coming out to tell you that IPOB cannot tell us to sit at home. Don't they know they affect our bank account as a country? But the question is, if you are telling us that we do not have the right to sit at home, may you die and nobody remember you. Do I need permission to remember my dead mother? Certainly not. And so you begin to see how these people work. It's amazing that when in regards to the issue of IPOB, it is Ohaneze Ndigbo and some governors in Biafra land, they are the first to move forward to antagonize what we are doing. It's unfortunate. Miati Allah, a well-known Boko Haram group, have been paid, is it 10 billion naira to continue killing of our people? You run out of ink, you don't protest. You do not issue a press communique against Fulani herdsmen killing your people. You never wrote against the government of Jubri, even when you know Buhari is dead. You never wrote against injustice, deprivation. You never wrote against emasculation, harassment, intimidation. You never wrote against all this tribalism. You never. But your job as a Biafran is to stand by and antagonize Biafran. Are you not ashamed? But notwithstanding, I only want to see if I can appeal to your conscience to make you understand that this is the time you begin to do the right thing, because none of you can stop it. There are a few people watching me on Facebook Live now because I have to improvise. Facebook will have to shut down. They went to Radio Biafra app and they shut it down. We can't broadcast through Radio Biafra platform at this moment, but they won't stop us. We will stop them, because as I'm going through Facebook, it's not for free. So Facebook shut me down. We will help you shut down every page, because you will understand. We want to make you understand, Facebook, that more than 90% of your customers are Biafrans. You will shut all of us down, because when you shut this one down, Facebook, please, I will move to another platform. We want to make you understand that thing that make to go to sink will make you to sink except you repent. Facebook, that thing that make Bluetooth to lose its relevant to sender will make you lose your relevant except you do the right thing. So Biafrans, we are not fighting against flesh and blood. We are fighting against principality. We are fighting against power. We are fighting against wicked nation across the globe. We are fighting against saboteur. But notwithstanding, we must sit at home on the 30th of May. 30th of May, the order for those in Biafra land is to sit at home. Coordinators, the order has been given. The instruction has been given. Go back and do the needful. Go back and do the needful. We say don't come out. It is simple. This is our land, Biafra land. You sit at home. But you think there is get as they do you, please come out that day. With due respect, come out. But if you understand that our heroes and heroines must be honored, of course, we will give you enough reason before that day. And then what you do after that is all entirely your business. Coordinators begin to tell everybody, this sit at home will be nothing like ever. We will not talk anything until the end of 30th of May. It is sit at home, sit at home. Those of you outside Biafran land, the world must understand that we have no intention of retrieving, no intention of going back. We want to go home. The Chinese remember their heroes and heroines. We join the Jewish to celebrate the Holocaust, and among other nations across the globe. We even joined the what do they call it, Rwanda genocide. We identify with them in this genocide against their people. And why will Biafran genocide be a crime to remember? We won't give you that privilege. We won't give you that privilege. The truth is that the world, Nigerian government have failed to recognize and remember over 10 million Biafrans who died. That Biafrans might still be on the face of the planet Earth today. And if they will not do that, certainly we are very ready to oblige and to do that. And that is what we are going to do on the 30th of May. I'll be back in a minute.
We have crossed our sea. We've gone far in the wilderness. The Christian steps ahead. We are no longer in Egypt. We have crossed our seas. We've gone far in the wilderness. The Christian steps ahead. When the test of the wind is better, my heroes will not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Biafran's already here. Directives, we remember the price of a great hero. No retreat, no surrender. Biafran's already here. Inside the wilderness, never open your soul to the wicked one. Penetrate and kill your people. Look what he can charge you to say. Inside the wilderness, never sell your soul to the wicked one. Penetrate and kill your people. God has charged you to say. When the test of the end is better, of our heroes will not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Biafran's already here. Not yet now we remember the price of a great hero. No retreat, no surrender. Biafran's already here. Inside the wilderness, never allow yourself to be used to destroy the innocent souls. Whether put in your hands to save. Inside the wilderness, never allow yourself to be used to destroy the innocent souls. God have charged you to save. When the test of the end is neither of our heroes will not defend. No retreat, no surrender.
Of course, at this moment, our lines are open. The number to call our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. Our WhatsApp line once again is 070-815-56. Sorry, I beg your pardon. 070-815-45642. Our WhatsApp line again is 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. The special number dedicated to the female is 081-288-58614. Special number dedicated to the female is 081-288-58614. 288 586 14. Yes, caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line. Caller on the line, are you there? Caller on the line, are you there? Please go ahead, you can hear me. Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Martin. I'm calling from the from Aguata. I want to use this opportunity to thank you for what you have been doing for our people, not the number family, not the channel. I sent you a message that I wanted to join the offer, but you didn't respond. The number you sent to me is not going to.
The number I sent to you is not going through.
Yes, last week I told you I wanted to. You sent me a number from I think a coordinator, Lagos coordinator, but it's not going through.
Which means I responded, just that the number is not going through.
Yes, you responded.
Send me a message and said the number is not going through. I will send you another number.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I hope you people are preparing for the 30th of May.
Yeah, of course. I'm coming down to meet next tomorrow. I'm from Anambra, but I'm going to India.
That will be wonderful. We must sit at home that day. We must remember.
And I would like to see you. I would like to see you.
If you want to see me, you will feel fun. Go to Germany and feel fun.
Yeah, because I have some information I need to give you.
Don't worry about that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our people must understand, every man and woman, every child that have died because of Biafra, we will always remember them. We will never forget them. Not when you die because of that name Biafra. Call on WhatsApp your name and where are you calling from?
Yes. I know we were talking this morning about our foreign heroes. You said that our topic is introduction.
Exactly.
And we already been doing the introduction. Yeah? And the manifestation is on and on and on. It's on and on and on every day. Because the whole world is remembering their own. And our own is what they left behind. Even those that killed our parents, they remember them. But they didn't remember those that fight to them. My brother, I'm in pain because I'm giving this announcement to the whole world. Yes, as worldwide. Please, we must be ready because it's already at our doorstep. Not only the police. You help me and get me some of our people that really wants to follow our ordinary so that we will do our thing the way we know. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. Okay. We must continue. Okay. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Of course, network issue. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Yes, your name and where are you calling from? Good morning from here.
My name is okay. You're calling from Anna.
Go ahead, please.
I want to share the issue of government. But I think that we mix it at home, whether they like it or not. We must remember our heroes and heroines. This country is out of. In fact, this time I remember this country called Sweden here. I get irritated. So, whether they like it or not, 30th of there, we celebrate our heroes and heroines. Let them go and hug transformer. We will not shut down our fighting zone that day. Let them go to her. They are sponsoring terrorists and they real Ipob terrorists. While the real terrorists they are sponsoring. This country, let God let God help us set us free from this issue. Nigeria, British enterprise called Nigeria. Thank you, my African world. God bless you. In what you are doing.
And bless you.
We are at your back.
I bless you too, Adadino Rama. Our people must understand. Our heroes and heroines, their sacrifice will never be in vain. Can you hear me call on the line?
Good morning, George Onibe.
Good morning, my brother.
God bless Biafrans all over the world. God bless Nandekano, the sense of our time. And God bless you, George Onibe, Adigido. That is what I call you now. Because you represent Adiboye to me. And now Adigido. So for the issue at the moment, it at home is a must-do affair. Every Biafran all over the world must honor 30th of May. Because if you started this, our heroes, our heroines, the struggle has taken another shape. In the first place, my name is Ibabuchi. I'm calling from Aba. I heard from Ibere, from the Umaya province. Keep on the good work. God will be your friend. Chico Kagada will be your friend. The battle is almost over. We are there and we must be there. Thank you very much and God bless you.
Thank you, my brother. We must continue. Our heroes and heroines must be remembered, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? But we must continue. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Good morning, Ada. Go ahead, please.
My name is Shema. I'm calling from Ada, but I'm from Liberia. Now, first of all, I want to thank you for honoring that yesterday occasion. I was very, very happy yesterday. And now we are really a handsome kind.
Don't let them kidnap me.
Don't kidnap me. You don't look like your voice. Because I was just wondering if I would see you with this kind of your voice. Truthfully, you are a real man. You are a man without fear. I thank you very much. And my people, we must honor our fallen heroes and heroines because yesterday when I saw those people that not their beloved ones, especially their children, and shed tears, that I said to me, we must sit at home. Because we are not alive because of our righteousness. Even when I do go to protest with my son of 5 years, still we will still go and come back. It's not because I'm more holier than those that lost their life. We're supposed to sit at home, pray for the ones they left behind, their children, their wives. We should sit at home and pray for them. Because it's not easy. I really put myself in their shoe that yesterday. Now, I don't have enough to say because I'm preparing my children for school. May God bless you and continue your good work.
Thank you very much. Good morning from here. Our people must understand. You just reminded me something. There were some women we visited yesterday. Their husband is no more. They didn't die because they were criminals. They died because they said, let Biafra be restored. And then you see little children without father any longer. You think we are stupid? And could only imagine and try to envisage what our parents, generation of 1967 and 1970 went through. And not even a pound of stone is raised up in honor of them. It's unbelievable. Nigeria, make sure that your heroes and heroines are never remembered. These people fought for us to be alive without gun, without majesty, only with firewood. They will steal the army of tyranny, being supported by so many countries in the world. I said, as far as I will come on air from now till 30th May, I'm not saying anything outside how they all fell. We must know those we are remembering. And so when governors and Ohanezengibu and other people are coming out and telling you, hey, you can't say sit at home, we will not obey that order. Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? Telling us you obey the order, you will not obey the order. Your family have not died because Nigerian settles you. You have the protection of Nigerian police, but the Nigerian police and army are killing us. You are now giving Miati Allah and Boko Haram 10 billion naira with Fulani headsmen to continue the onslaught because you think there is a safe haven made for your family. I know the next generation of Biafrans after us or after those before us, they will remember your children. Because I know most of you, your children are innocent of what you are doing. It depends on if they will begin to identify with you in your fraudulent character. But for us as Biafrans, 30th of May, we will remember our heroes. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Caller on the line, are you there?
Mazonyibe, good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother.
Mazonyibe, thank you very much. My name is Martin Dubele from Aba. I reside in Aba, but I hail for now Nigeria. I want to thank you very much for what you are always doing for us. In fact, if anybody say that our heroes and heroines will not be honored, that person is not qualified to be alive, because this is the time we must. At least let me say, those people that are at National High School, those people that are at Ipob, those people that Nigeria soldiers, Boko Haram, in fact, it's their soldiers because they are now paying their salary from month to month, releasing such amount of money to honor terrorist group, whereby we are asking for our freedom. They are killing us. They are now paying, encouraging their brother that killed innocent people. It is for us to see those people that call themselves Nigeria among our brothers. This is what is happening. Our people are releasing our own money, our own wealth to encourage their own brothers to buy more weapons, buy more matches for them, buy more guns and bullets for them to keep killing the innocent ones. It's a shame, but upon all those things that is happening, our brothers are still saying, these people, they doesn't want to join. Let them never to join. But this is time for us to remember our heroes and heroines. Those people that died, that our Fulani soldiers killed, just like that. They have killed many of us, but all we can do for them is to remember them and tell them and wish them well wherever they are. But those are people who doesn't know what is going on. They say, why are you using this day, through this day to honor them? We must honor them because they deserve that honor. They deserve it. They deserve that honor. I'm calling all Biafrans, wherever you find yourself, on 30th of May. On 30th of May, we must honor our dead ones. Even those that have sustained series of injuries, many of our brothers, one of their eyes is gone, one of their legs is gone. Even that boy then poured acid upon his body. All those things is what we gain from asking for our own freedom. All those things. Because of that, everybody, be you man, woman, children, that 30th of May, we must honor our heroes and heroines. Thank you very much. And I pray that all Nala people, wherever you are, even in Nala as a village, if you don't want to honor the heroes and heroines, even though that died 1976,
no if. There is no if. Don't even give if. In Biafra land, it is total sit at home. If you don't want to, where there is if, let them go to Yoruba land or Hausa land. Simple.
Thank you very much.
No, there is no painting words here. We must remember every man and woman that died because of Biafra. Thank you, my brother, and God be with you.
Thank you.
When we say heroes and heroines, don't let the grammar deceive you. We are simply saying any man or woman that died because of this name Biafra, we must remember them. We must remember them. Can you hear me, call on WhatsApp?
Yeah, my brother from another womb. Good morning.
The foreign man inside the
How are you? How are you, my beloved brother? One
Thank you very much.
Good morning to Tomo from Europe here, my beloved brother. Yeah, my name's Kefa Sweden-based, calling from Warsaw, Poland this morning. My brother, I appreciate you. I love you as much as I love myself, you and your household, and everything that has to do with you. I say, may Eke Krowa Chukwu Kabiama continue to protect, continue to guide the Agwatrumbe, who are Mwebe na Lokura Lebueke, and our every leader, Mazi Nnamdi Okukala, Kama Laws, Onye Chene Buro, Oregebe, Omemrezu, Osisi Guprezu Anya. My brother, this one who we pray and how can I let you see and his beloved brother Mazi Uchemefo Aqua Wara Nebachara Mwa question to Kwasubi Mwaka and all the leadership of IPOBs all over the world. My beloved brother, your topic has always been wonderful. We don't know Nketa Biadika, Mankate Biadika, all of them. We are doing a great job for us. My brother, what we have at hand now is this program, Sit at Home, nothing more of that. As well as we are observing our Sit at Home, we're having boycott, total boycott, whatever that is coming from this uncircumcised human beings, Alamajiris, whatever that is coming from South Africa. The DSTV, whatever the code, whatever the MTN, or whatever ShopRite, we are boycotting all of them at the same time. We show no mercy. We cannot show any mercy to all of them because that man MTN is another problem we have. We have to boycott South Africa. They clean our people, as well as we are boycotting this Sit at Home. It's a total shutdown in Biafra land. My brother, in Europe here, all of us will be in Austria. As long as Americans are celebrating their own, our director will be there. We in Europe here, we are formidable. That dog are the purple in Austria. I hope in our fatherland, in our motherland, our people will follow up suit. Even those of them in the Lagos, those of them in the Canada, anywhere in the zoo, let them follow suit. My brother, when we talk of massacre, people don't understand. Even after the Biafran war ended, there was a very serious massacre in Njaba River in Omaka. Ask any veteran around, they will tell you that when the war has, some people camped around that Njaba River because of the killings. The war ended, they massacred all of them, thrown inside that Omaka River, Njaba River. There were a lot of bloods. We are going to unravel all these things.
If you see, I said something. From now till 30th of May, we will cut them piece by piece. We will expose everything. We will expose everything. From the day the first white man placed himself in Africa, till this moment we are speaking, till 30th of May, anybody that was killed, we will expose the circumstance behind their death. We will talk about them.
Exactly.
We will remember all of them.
Yeah. I thank God. I thank God that our people are waking up. We are doing researches now. Thank God this generation we will leave no stone unturned. We must dig them. We must continue to expose that zoo. We must expose the atrocities they have committed. Everybody they have killed in this struggle to the death, even the small boy that was killed at Owerri by Roger Sokrocha, we must reveal everything. All of them, my brother, we cannot leave any stone unturned. These people have done us Chukwu Kabe Magapo Hokot but I want to hear that who bought to Evala. Everybody hala na fefemi haso na chichim ni kwa yama. They must see how no see upe hana. The Northerners are crying na. My brother, you see that this our Chukwu Kabe is wonderful. Look at what happened to this useless Gowan. He went to Asaba and he collapsed. he think that God is not our for those spirit of people he killed that tormented. I wish he died there. That is what are going to happen to them. Watch Nigeria army every time they're having accident between our and Mbitolo. Whenever they are crossing that Njaba River, they have accident, serious accident. Watch them, but they cannot tell you that the Nigerian useless Yoruba media, Yoruba media, they cannot say that. They will not say that. Let them start. Don't say it all now. Directors all say it all. We are going. I encourage our people to dig into their future, dig into your history. Go, ask your veterans, come to Radio Biafra. We will continue to expose them. That genocide they committed in Oma and Jaba River between Oma and Order. Ask anybody around there. They kill them, just threw them into the river was blood everywhere. My brother, it's not today they started. We will continue to expose them. I don't okay for no see for Mark. I hear from Omaka Dachi, Omaka Jaba Nona, Olo, Imo, province of Biafra land. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, God bless.
Yes, a caller on the line. Your name and where are you calling from?
Hello. Good morning.
Ada, good morning. Go ahead, please.
I'm ready from this.
Go ahead.
I'm going to teacher Puma. I'm not going to be a honor. Because I'm calling by the bring the war. I don't know what no man that. I get near honor. Well. I'm not going to get no one sabotage. Yes, sir. I'm not sabotage. Not for the not limited sabotage the war. Na ha nwụrụ ọnwụ ike ọgwa ndị ezi anyị etolitere ha nwụrụ ọnwụ iberibe ụmụ agadi nwoke nakọtara afọ ya dịka ihe mere during the war. So anyị ga-eme na-ekwesịrị ime ka ahụ na onye ọbụla hụ sit at home.
Thank you very much. Our people must understand there is no negotiation about that. 30th of May is simply sit at home. Nothing more, nothing less. Can you hear me? Call on the line.
Yeah, I hear you, Judge. Don't give me my honorable African rep. My name is Mr. Joseph. I am calling rightly here from Aba State, Aba Province. I want to use this opportunity to greet my honorable and my PK. Which is Biafran and Kano, and his deputy Mazi. I will not put aside by remembering my state coordinator and Biafran coordinator, Mr. Ikechukwu Iwoha. I am the coordinator of the support zone here in Niger State. With what you're saying this morning, we're telling us that we should not observe packet of men. I must be sincere that they has nothing. Because no woman, no person born of a woman can stop us from what we are doing. And they are nobody. And I believe that they don't have name. Even the so-called state governors who are there to stop us from what we are doing. And I must be sincere, and I always greet my able director because he has shown us the right way to follow. There's no person in this world that will never like to remember those who died for him, and those people that fight for him, and those people who fight to know that they are supposed to live. So for Ohanes and Dibu and the panel to come out to say that we should not observe a death of men, I must be sincere. At times they say that we are insultive. They are not fit to live. And when you speak the truth, they say that you insult them. And we, the IPOB, we believe in saying the truth because it is only the truth that will set us free. We are not afraid of anybody, whether they like it or not. I've been announcing the packet of men in my zone and different places where I work, where I go. Even in the church yesterday, I announced the things that will happen on 30th of May. And I told them to get ready because this 30th of May is going to be extraordinary from the ones we did doing before. So by the grace of Chukwu Okike Abiyama, I believe that nothing will stop us from doing what we are going to do. So my dear brother, Mazonibe, I thank you for all that you have been doing in order to make sure that this sovereign state of Biafra is being actualized. Keep it on, as our deputy director rightly said. Please, my dear brother, Kachineke Onye Bo Chukwu Okike Abiyama Goziegi na Hawa Boya Yeshua.
Thank you very much. We must continue.
Thank you.
Yes, caller on WhatsApp, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on WhatsApp.
Good morning, Mazo. Good morning, Mazo.
Good morning from here.
Yeah, my name is Oluchiku Onibo. I'm from our mama in Imo State. I want to thank you for what you have been doing for us with the Biafran. I normally listen to the program every night, but if I'm calling the line will be congested. I just want to say that this May 30th is a compulsory that we are going to sit at home because we have to obey our foreign heroes and heroes. I want to thank our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, for the many resolute in order for us to have a Biafran. Madam, I want to thank you so much for your dedications and hard working. May God Almighty reward you and your family. Thank you.
And you too. Thank you, my brother. We must continue. Yes, caller on the line. Good morning. Good morning. Go ahead, please. You see, my game one, mama.
What I want to say this evening is concerning this our Catholic person. I myself in particular, I will observe it and I will preach about it. And I pray that Almighty to go to God, who is helping us, will continue helping us, and those who have died for this our quest, their spirit will never sleep until we get it. And I believe on that day, even now, their spirit is moving and working together in order to help us, because we, ourselves that are alive, we are doing the one we can do. Because the fight we are fighting is spiritual. I know that the spirit of the people will never rest. Even Waka Waka, I remember Waka Waka in my prayer. A child that rose up to help the father's land. The Nigerian army Boko Haram just killed this our daughter. I pray that all the ones they have killed, even on 14th September 2017, they go to my director house and more than 8 children that their spirit will never rest until the Biafra is restored. I pray that those they killing at every corner of Biafra, they want to kidnap, they want to bury in mass graves, they want to bury alive, they want to burn in peace. Their spirit will never rest, because I know that the Bible says that spirit does not die. The spirit of these ones that died for this our earth will never rest until Nigeria is being destroyed. They will make sure that Nigeria is being destroyed, and the one that alive will do the one we can do, and them that died for us to live, we continue fighting for the spiritual way we will fight. So we are going to observe it, and myself, I will do something I will do, that the heart of those that died will be rising every day and fighting Nigeria from one corner to another, even their armies, even their police. They will never have rest, and Nigeria will never have rest until the Biafra is being released. I thank you, our director and all the people that are fighting
I say, me, people to them, who seated in heaven, see the affairs of man, continue to rescue. Nothing will happen to you. Almighty will guide you, protect you. Nobody will kill you. Nobody will destroy you because we are undestroyable. No man will destroy you because what you are saying is the right thing. And you are on truth. And for that, the Bible says that you seek the truth to free to set you free. As you are seeking the truth to prefer the property that are dying in your life, Almighty will deliver you. Almighty will keep you. Until you receive it to say, Church of I hear you. You are my pastor. You are my reverend. You are everything that concerns Biafran. You are. You are our director. You people our director is our prophet. Each and every say a prophet. You are a prophet. You people should continue. Always people together. We strengthen you people. As we pray every day without ceasing. So we are praying until everything is open for you people. In the name of Jesus, that's why church will continue your work. Almighty will help you.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Yes, sir. Caller. Line, are you there?
I'm going from
Go ahead, please. The world is listening.
I love the program of this morning about 30th of May. And there is something significant about 30th of May because I was want to understand is that 30th of May is the month of remembrance. Because if you watch so many countries, all their victims was remembered on May. Israel is remembering their heroes, the people that died in Holocaust and genocide on May. And it coincidentally, Biafran is honoring their hero on 30th of May. And there's one thing that makes IPO so unique. Before IPO became on board, there were so many groups moving for the restoration or agitating for Biafra, but none of them has brought up a particular day to say that they are going to honor their heroes. But when IPO became on board, they brought up the 30th of May as a ritual day for our heroes and our heroes. And since IPO started to do that, our living heroes and our dead heroes are responding positively. Just imagine what our dead heroes did to Gowan on last week on Asaba. And that is what they have been doing. Immediately we started our 30th of May, Buhari was killed by our heroes. Immediately we continue to do our 30th of May. Jubri is running Hester Sticker. Jubri is running here and there. All these Fulani men, all these bandits killing people in the north, do you think it is ordinary? No, it's extraordinary. It is our heroes that are doing that. So we must honor them. As soon as we keep honoring them, they will keep fighting for us. They will keep using Alamaji's body to kill all the people in the north. If you go to the north, you will understand that the north is in a full-blown war. No matter that Yoruba media are now reporting about the war, there is a war going on in northern Nigeria. So it is the making of our heroes, and I want each and every member of IPUB to make sure that we honor our. It is a total sit at home. If you cannot sit at home, relax at home. If you cannot relax at home, sleep at home. If you cannot sleep at home, lie at home. You must be at your home that day. We must honor them, and they should remember that the eve of the 30th of May is a candle night for almost to every Biafran. You must light up a candle that night to honor our dead heroes. It's a must. So I urge every Biafran, please. It is a ritual. It is not just ordinary 30th of May. It is a ritual, and in IPO you have only two special rituals. One is atonement. The next one is 30th of May. It is a very spiritual ritual, and which we are going to do. So I want everybody, if you are calling this radio station from today, make sure you emphasize on sit at home. Make sure you emphasize on 30th of May. And from today goes on, we are going to be reading out all the names of those who died. That is only thing we could do for them. You cannot give them anything now. All the dead ones, you cannot give them anything, but only to remember them. When you are remembering them, their spirit will keep fighting for us. That is what I want to say this morning. Thank you very much, my leader.
Thank you. We must continue. 30th of May, we must remember our fallen heroes and heroines. Caller on WhatsApp, are you I don't know what is happening to you. Whenever you call, the line doesn't connect. Are you there now? Yes, a caller on the line. Your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line, are you there?
Yeah.
Go ahead, please.
Hello.
Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Victoria. I'm calling from Media Channel. My name I want to commend you this morning for all that you have been doing for your people. And we, the Biafrans and Ipob, we join our faith and we say that this 30th of May, we are going to observe. We are going to honor our dead heroes and heroes. Like myself, I'm going to be victim. As in my father died as a result of sustained injury during the Biafran war. He had an injury on his leg as a kind of bullet he carried, and for a very long time the thing was bleeding, and after operation he just lived about 2 years and he died as a result of that. So because of that, when I remember my father and I joined Ipob because of that, and because of the stories I heard during that time, because I was not among the people that observed it or saw what happened during the genocide. And as it happens, many died. And because of that, the Nigerian government continued their wickedness. They never want to repent from all they have done. All they are seeking is that everyone in Biafra will die. They will say we will not die. Because God has given us a leader who has stood up for his people, who has stood up for his people, who has said that the suffering of his people is enough. Our Eshadai, Chukwokika Adama will keep Nnamdi Kanu for us. He will keep Uchemofo for us. He will keep you. We prayed in our gathering yesterday that all that we are doing at Ipob we will surely succeed. Okay. And I want to call on my people. I am from Isialunga North. Please, Isialunga North. Ebe ọwụ na-enye ụlọ, ọ bụghị ịkpọrọ aha. Ihe niile amara n'oyiyi. Most especially from Amapo Nkega. From Eziama Nkega. I am not hearing from my people over there. Because it happen in the politics here. Bilie n'obianọ ka anyị chọta ihe a. Ka anyị lụọ ọgụ ọmụmụ ya n'ikpere n'ihi na amara m na Chineke bụ Chukwu okike abịama onye kere eluigwe nke elu ụwa ga-enyere anyị aka ka anyị nweta ihe anyị na-achọ. Unu hapụ na 1 naira a na-enye unu, hapụ na 5 naira a na-enye unu. Emechala o, mana o nwere ndị na-asụkwa na unu etinyekwala aka n'ihe ọbụla gbasara Biafra. Unu tinye aka o, ebe ahụ ka ụzọ dị. Ebe ahụ ka ụzọ dị, anyị ga-enwe ihe anyị na-achọ. Anyị ga-enweta ihe anyị na-achọ. Ụka m na mgbe ọrụ ụmụ m na-ekita, ụmụ m anaghị aga skuul. Ha nọ n'ụlọ chịta ihe adịghị mma Naijiria. Ihe adịghị mma Naijiria, mana ebe anyị kwenyere si na Biafra ga-abịa, ọ ga-adịrị anyị na mma. M wakwere na Biafra dị ụmụ m ga-aga skuul. Even me otu I am 40-something years. I still want to go to school. I know I will achieve my goal and I will do all to serve my nation as a Biafran. I say all hail great Biafra.
Thank you very much. We must continue. We must continue. Our people must remain focused. Our heroes must be remembered on the 30th day of this month of May. And there is no going back about that. Can you hear me, caller on the line?
I can hear you properly. Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead, please. Your name and where are you calling from?
May God bless you. May God bless you. May God bless you. My name is Solomon. I want to thank you for yesterday. You came to Abba. And that was the first day I saw you. When now once you send me number FM Solomon. Not one only back. Yeah, Remedia. Yesterday, Remedia, right there.
Okay, Mama.
I don't. Yeah, Mariko, I think I to call Jojo. We got a lot of fight people to speak, you understand? I don't want to turn the place to a racist, let's say, the back in the
So why?
We will be very happy when we yesterday. As well, we can happen really. Yeah, the last 2 weeks I was in a wash. Go away and challenge go when we could see money. The same thing I have. Where you can do really. I think, but one thing I do when I ban radio Biafra, I will back home. I hope you're connecting. It's just I was speaking through. Yeah, when the man became the salvation about this Biafra, I can understand. No one marry happy. They are bad picking up seriously, but let you back to work and they're right with bank. You could do. We do really. In Africa, I said, okay, no problem. At the end, we know how far. Thank you very much for coming to our guest page. I want to just especially thank you. You are wonderful. You know, I told you I'm the one. I was in Lagos before I came back to Aba. 2 terrible times. I lost my job there, but I'm not even about with my family. So thank you.
It's okay, my brother.
The issue about sit at home, it's a done deal. Who will not sit at home is foolish. Who will not sit at home is just foolish and very foolish. Because souls have died in other states, other countries of the world. They do honor those that fight for their freedom, that fight to defend their lives, their children, and generations unborn. By the battle of guns, America, and so many countries, Israel you mentioned. But if you say we cannot defend, we cannot remember our family hero, that is the biggest slavery that is happening everywhere. We must sit at home. And anyone that nearby me, my father will die to them to sit at home, and I sit at home. But I'm praying, and many from Ogwashuku, Ibanke, will sit at home. When your work is doing, and I'm happy. Keep it up.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp, I think we lost that call, but we must continue. 30th of May is here already. Everybody begin to prepare to honor our fallen hero and heroines. Yes, caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Ada.
My name is Sokochi Aweze. I am from Amokuitin and I'm coming from Aga. Honestly, I want to thank you this morning for everything that you are doing for us in Biafra. And I just want to tell you that we don't need to remind us on 30th May, after the 30th May. We all know that we are sitting at home on 30th May. Even our enemies know that day is our day. We must sit at home that day. So, let's continue your good work. May God bless and guide and protect you. Thank you very much, my master.
And God be with you. And so, this is where we will be drawing the curtain for this morning segment. Our people must understand, from now till 30th of May, we will not do anything. Because there are a lot of things our people don't understand about this 30th of May. Everybody remember those who fought, who bled, who died for them to be alive. We are not talking about living heroes and heroines, because many of them are everywhere. But what about those who have died? Even those who are living, we are supposed to honor them. Nigerians don't even honor their own. That is not our business. We've seen misery. We've seen hopelessness. We've seen hopeless situation and unwanted circumstance all around us. We've seen pain caused, inflicted upon us by people who would have protected us. We've seen men and women whose life are taken even before their time. Not because they committed any crime, but because they were blessed by God. Because they are exercising their right to self-determination. Because there is somebody greedy somewhere who say, you will not live for me to live. But then they were willing to lay down their lives. And so when you tell me the history of those who fought to defend America, when you tell me the history of those who fought to defend India, when you tell me the history of those people who died in Jewish Holocaust, you tell me about Rwanda genocide, believe me, I identify with them in their loss. But when are you going to tell me about the history of Biafrans who died? When are we going to talk about them if not now? And then somebody is saying, we are so group and group. There will be no sit at home. We shall see how it ends. We shall see how it ends. Sit at home. This is Biafra land, the land of our ancestors, for the avoidance of doubt. As I sign off from here, I say remain blessed, remain focused. Facebook is doing its own, but we shall see who owns Facebook at the end of the day. Facebook, I have more than 1 million accounts, so block 1 million of them, because this is just the beginning. When you finish blocking it, we will go back and open all Biafrans. We will use their Facebook to broadcast. You see how hopeless you are. I remind you again. Facebook, you killed to go. Xender killed Bluetooth. And maybe IPOB will kill Facebook. Allow us to communicate to the world. You are not the sole owner of what is happening there. There are other technology pioneered by black men. Biafrans, I must tell you, you are enjoying it today. But who will speak for black man? Maybe he has been poisoned already. When we want to remember them, I say don't remember them. But we shall see how it ends. This is Radio Biafra Extra. I am George Onyibe, and I sign off from here. God bless you.
Biafra's already here. We have brought our residue. We've gone far in this wilderness. Because you steps ahead. We are no longer in Egypt. We have lost our residue. We've gone far in this wilderness. Because you steps ahead. When you get up to end this brother of our heroes, we not different. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here. We remember the price of our great heroes. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here. Inside the wilderness, never open your soul to the wicked one. Penetrate and kill your people. Look what he can charge you to say. Inside the wilderness, never sell your soul to the wicked one. Penetrate and kill your people. God has charged you to say. When you get up to end this level of our heroes, we not different. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here. And yet now we remember the price of our great heroes. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here. Inside the wilderness, never allow yourself to be used to destroy the nonsense souls. God has put in your hands to save. Inside the wilderness, never allow yourself to be used to destroy the nonsense souls. God has charged you to save. When you get up to end this level of our heroes, we not different. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already